And I am going to record today's class. So as I was saying, today we're going to do sort of a really fun and unusual class that we're going to bring in some Kundalini style yoga, as well as there'll be some things you recognize from your normal essentials practice. The purpose for the type of yoga that we're going to be doing today, the Kundalini style yoga, is really working on the energetic level of the body. So as you know, sometimes when we're working with yoga, we're really very physical. We're thinking about the physical body. We're working the physical body with a lot of intention. Sometimes we're sort of working in a more spiritual way, maybe with meditation and less physical practice. This is a very physical practice, but its intention is to create change on an energetic level. So just for a little background, the idea, if you have ever looked at a chart of acupuncture chart, you'll see these sort of highways running through the body in an acupuncture chart. And those are the energetic pathways through the body. And the idea is that sometimes those highways that move the energy through the body can get clogged up. It's almost like traffic, heavy traffic on the highways. You can also think of it like the energy's moving through, and for some reason it gets a little knot in it, and then it starts to ball up like a messy ball of yarn. And when a lot of that happens, it can eventually play out physically, as in physical disease, or emotionally as just not feeling right, or depression, or anxiety. And it can just kind of have far-reaching effects. And the Kundalini practice, what its intention is to really move those highways, to untangle the yarn, to move the traffic, and it has the effect of making you feel really awesome. So some of the things are kind of silly, and it's kind of a great practice to do at home because you can feel as silly as you want. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and stand. And we're just going to start by shaking the hands. So shake, 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 shake the hands. And just start to really let the fingers be loose, let the wrists be loose, and just feel the fingers, hands, arms starting to move. You can kind of flap them up and down, up and down. Just start to get some energy moving through those hands and arms. So really start to shake the whole arms. Shaking in whatever way. You can close your eyes if you want. Just shake, 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 shake the hands. And then we can start, add one foot, shake, add the other foot. Sort of start to move the legs, moving one foot and then the other, shaking it out. And then start to bounce. Start to hop and shake your arms. Shaking all over, maybe moving the head. As I said, eyes can be closed. You're just really shaking the body out. So you could think about like a bottle of vinegar with some sediment in the bottom. And so when we shake it out, we just start to move that denser material around and disperse it and create some sort of integration, if you will. Shake, 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 keep going. Maybe your heart's getting beating, that's great. Keep going, shake it out, bounce it out. And then come to stillness. Now let your eyes close if you feel okay that way. Stand and just feel the energy moving. There's really kind of no denying the sensation of energy tingling, moving in the body. It's helping the circulation. And now this is an awesome tool to use at any time in your life. We're going to do kind of a physical stimulation of those energy points in the body. We're going to start by patting the legs. Pat the legs, pat the knees, go all the way down. Go to the backs of the legs, up the back of the thighs. A couple times, tops of the feet, inner thighs, glutes, belly, chest, arms. Do one arm at a time, front and back, and then down the side of the body. And then across the chest, over to the other arm, all the way out to the fingers, underside of the arm, down the side of the body. And now shoulders, both sides, and maybe the back reaching behind you, and again, up through the center. And then from the shoulders, use your fingertips to come up onto the scalp. And we'll start at the back of the skull and start to tap gently with the fingers, and then come all the way around the skull. 2 times. And then start to gently tap the forehead. So maybe a little lighter on the face. Tap the cheeks, tap the jaw. Around the face a couple times. And then come down, we'll start all over. Tap the legs, all the way around, all the way down, tap the feet, back of the legs, glutes, belly, chest, arms one at a time, top and bottom down the side of your torso, other arm, underneath, down the side, all the way up. Tap the shoulders out, maybe even the neck a little bit. And then back of the body, starting at the glutes, anywhere you can reach on your back, maybe the kidney area. And then come up, start to tap the skull, starting at the back of the skull with the fingertips. Come up the center of the skull and around the sides 2 times. And then to the face, tap the forehead, tap the cheekbones and the jaw. Ending at the chest this time, start to tap at your heart center with your fingertips and start to tap outward. So you're drawing energy out from that energy center. So you come back from the center and tap out. Back to the center and tap out. Back to the center and tap out. A couple more times. Awesome. And then just stand, let the eyes close. And again, can you feel the energy moving? When we really raise our vibrational quality energetically, we become much more, develop much more of an ability to create whatever it is we're trying to create, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So go ahead and take the feet wide, and you can watch me for a moment if you like. And this is going to be repeating with breath. So inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth, inhale through the nose. The breath really moves energy, so the breath is really important. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. You're going to bring the arms overhead and exhale, bending the knees. So it's a forward fold, but a little soft bend. The arms cross. Inhale through the nose up, exhale, fold. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going. Find your rhythm. Use the breath. Imagine you're using the arms to pull energy up from the earth, kind of creating a bubble around the body with the arms. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Keep going. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Come to stand and step the feet under your hips. Close the eyes and just feel. So your heart is pumping, energy is moving through the body, breath is moving. Just let this feel really good. And now step your feet back out wide. Turn your toes out, sort of like our goddess pose, if you're familiar with the goddess pose. Wide legs, toes turn out. Sink the hips. And I don't want the seat to stick behind you too much. I want you to see if you can sink straight down so that the tail is moving toward the floor. So this will be a good challenge for the thighs. And then the arms will come straight out like a T. And again, we're going to move with breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. As we exhale, the arms will come forward. We inhale, they open. So sink the hips, get really solid in your goddess stance. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going. open, and close. And again, think about you're pulling energy in toward the opposite hand. It's almost like you're dragging energy in. You're going to create a ball of energy here. So open, exhale, open, exhale, open, exhale as you close. So keep going. Challenge those legs. If they're getting tired, that's okay. Let your body getting stronger. Use that breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. You can speed up. Next time your hands come together, stay, sink the hips. And imagine you're holding this ball of energy you just created. Sink the hips. And then press to come up, release those legs, release the arms. Nice job. So now we're gonna bring the feet under the hips. You're probably feeling warm. You know, my wood stove is cranking, so I'm actually quite warm. We're just gonna keep moving. If this starts to get to be too much for you, just take a break anytime. We're back off, don't move as quickly. This intentional breath can make you a little lightheaded, so if you're experiencing that, just totally take care of yourself. So this is kind of like our chair pose that you would be familiar with, right? So this shape. And then we're gonna find that same breath and movement. So it's inhale up, exhale, the arms come down. And it's a big exhale, so we really let the air out. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. Really use powerful breath. And you can sort of think of releasing anything that feels like an obstacle in your highway as you come down. Really let yourself hear your own exhale. Couple more. Come up, hands to prayer, and stand. Just let yourself feel the warmth of the movement, feel the energy moving in the body, let yourself feel vital and alive. Maybe you notice there's energy moving in some place that felt kind of tired and asleep before. Now we're going to take wide legs again, so you can always turn sideways on your mat if you like that better for wide legs, so totally up to you. We're going to take wide leg twist. So bring your arms out to the side, palms face the floor. Take a big breath in. Exhale, left fingers to right ankle, right arm up, and this will be the movement. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other way. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Move on your own. Use your breath. Again, you want the breath to be audible. It really helps to move that energy. Keep moving. You can move as fast or slow as you want. Really take care of yourself. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the arms down, step the feet under the hips if you want to come back to the top of the mat if you move. Just let yourself stand in mountain for a moment. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Palms touch, reach up, look up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale to a flat back, halfway lift. And exhale, hands to the mat, right foot steps back. So once you find your lunging position here, you can stay with your fingertips in line with the ankle bone on the mat if that makes you feel a little more solid, less wobbly. Or if you're familiar with it, go ahead and lift the arms, airplane wings, and then find cactus arms. So this is our normal lunge, right? We've been here, if you've been practicing with me, we've been here quite a bit. We're just gonna turn this into a little bit of a Kundalini breath movement. So inhale, exhale, forearms come together. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going. Let the breath be audible. Left hip draws back, strong legs. Go as fast or slow as you want. Maybe speed it up. Open. Big inhale and exhale, hands to the mat. Step your back foot forward and fold. We're just gonna take a little ragdoll here, so grab your elbows, bend your knees as much as you need to. Maybe rock side to side. Release the elbows, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow deep, root down through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms wide to the top. Palms touch, reach up, look up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, hands to prayer. Just let yourself be here, noticing any shifts. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, palms touch, reach up, look up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, left foot shoots back. So set yourself up for lunge. As we do on the other side, if you wanted to stay here with your fingers on the mat, right hip drawing back, just breathing, you could do that. Or inhale, arms lift, airplane wings, and then find cactus arms, and we'll move with breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, maybe speed it up. Inhale, big open, maybe lift the chest a bit, and exhale, hands come down, step forward and fold. Ragdoll, grab elbows, bend the knees, let the head be heavy. Soften your jaw and your face completely. Breathe long and easy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Soften the knees. Inhale, big sweep to the top. Palms touch. Reach up, look up. Maybe a little back bend. Pause. Whatever your back bend is feeling like. And then exhale, dive forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right foot steps back. So this is going to be a little different than we're used to. We're going to start by taking the right hand down, left arm up. So this is pretty normal, right? We're in our easy open twist. Right hand down, left arm up. And then we're going to move the arm, and then we're going to move the body by walking to the back foot. So if you need to watch me, go ahead, and then we'll join all together. Top arm high. We're going to reach it back behind, take a big circle, up and open. And then again, hand to the mat. Walk to the right, over to your right foot. Back heel spins flat, left hand down, right arm forward, up and back. Plant the hand, walk off to the left. So that's the movement. We'll come back to the front foot. Right hand down, left arm makes the big circle. Once it lands, walk back to your right foot. Left hand down, right arm makes the big circle. So you can move with me or just find your own space. We're walking back to the frame the left foot, right hand down, big circle with the arm. When it lands, immediately crawl over. It's like a spider walk to your right foot. Left arm down, right arm makes the circle. Stay in breath. Spider crawl across your mat to the left foot. Right hand down, big circle. Spider crawl back to your right foot. Left hand down, big circle. Spider crawl across the mat. Right hand down, left arm, big circle. And this is going to be our last travel back to the right foot, left arm down, right arm makes the circle. And then coming back to frame the front foot and step forward to fold. Ragdoll. Grab your elbows, let the head hang heavy, knees can be really soft. Breathe easy and long. Take your hands to the mat, walk back, find your downward facing dog. So first time we've been here in our dog today, just give yourself a pause. Notice how the body's feeling. Notice how the energy's moving. Notice how the emotional body is affected by the movement of energy. If you were feeling a little sleepy or down before the practice, just notice if that shifts. And then come forward to a high plank and hold. So these little pauses where we're still are equally as important as the movement. So holding top of a push-up, you can have your knees down if you prefer. And then we'll come all the way down. Use the knees and feet, if you like, and come all the way down to your belly. Your hands are in line with your rib cage. And we're just going to take the Kundalini movement version of Cobra, which means we're going to flow with breath. So hands next to ribs. Squeeze the inner thighs and press into the top of the feet. Inhale, come up to the top of where you want your Cobra to be. And exhale, come down. Out the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can slow it down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. Clear the mind. Just focus on the breath and movement. Inhale, exhale. Arms may get a little tired, stay with it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, up and down. Release, look over your right shoulder and just breathe. As I said before, these moments of stillness are equally important to notice the shifts and the energy moving with the breath and the repetition. So if you're normally somebody who gets acupuncture and you're unable to see your acupuncturist, this is a great practice to add to your day. Moving stuck energy. Come back to center, hands under shoulders, press back, find a child's pose, and just allow yourself to breathe into your child's pose. So knees can be wide for this one, arms out in front of you, and just let yourself be really still. Come forward, hands and knees. So make sure your knees are under your hips, hands are under shoulders, and we'll cat-cow, and we'll kind of find the same style of rhythm that we've been using. So it might be a little quicker than your normal cat-cow. If you prefer to take it slower. But the breath is really important. We'll inhale through the nose, lift the chest and tail. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, exhale. Let the breath be audible. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Move on your own. Three more. Last one. Beautiful. Find a neutral spine. Lengthen the tailback, crown of the head, reaching forward. And then take your right foot out behind you, tuck the toes. Float your right leg off the mat. Keep your right hip in line with your left. Right hand takes the weight, left arm reaches out. The thumb points up. So again, moving with this Kundalini style breath, let it be audible. Inhale through the nose. Lift the leg and arm a little bit. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. 3 more. You got this. Last one. Release. Be still. Other side. The left leg steps back, tuck the toes. When you're ready, float the leg. Right in line with the right hip. Left hip is in line with the right hip. Left arm takes the weight. Right arm reaches out past the head. Thumb pointing up. Inhale through the nose as you lift a little bit and exhale out the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. For 3 more. 2. And last one. Come back to all fours. Excellent. Just let yourself find some breath. And now we're going to come back to our child's pose, but we're going to take a very traditional leg position with the child's pose. So if you're somebody who likes to take that wide knee pose, which feels lovely, you're just going to walk it in. I want the thighs touching. And then when you come down, hopefully you can rest your forehead on the mat because you're going to need something to lean into. If your forehead doesn't reach the mat, maybe you can grab a firm cushion or a yoga block or a book or something. You really want to be able to rest your forehead forward. And you're going to take your fists and bring them around behind your back and start to pound gently. You can kind of decide how hard you're going to tap. You're tapping the kidney meridian. I just combined the two. Kidney meridian as you move up and down the lumbar spine. And you can come out to the sides of the hips because that feels good. It's like a little self-massage. Depends on how flexible your shoulders are, how much you'll be able to come up. But just tap the sides of the body, tap the hips. You can even go down the legs and keep going. Tapping, sort of massaging your own back with a loose fist. Loose fist. Maybe one more round up to your highest points and then down. Take your arms out past the head and breathe. You might find your body shaking in funny ways. That's the movement and the energy releasing from the body. Slowly come up from your child's pose. We're in a kneeling seat. If the kneeling seat is difficult for you, you could switch to a cross-legged seat, or you could sit on a block or a cushion. From a kneeling seat, we're going to take the arms out, shoulder height, shoulder width. Interlace the fingers and release the index fingers. So we have this, what I call the Charlie's Angels Mudra. It's like a Charlie's Angels pose. Fingers out, thumbs are crossed. Index fingers out, thumbs are crossed. And the movement for this is going to be up and kind of expand through the chest. And then exhale just to the height of the shoulders and pull the belly in. So inhale, exhale. Join me when you're ready. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. Use the breath. Make sure it's audible. Inhale up, exhale as the belly comes back. Last 3, 2, and 1. Release the arms, sit up tall. And if you can, stand it. Keep sitting on your feet. They might be feeling a little tingly. It's okay. They're just, the capillaries are being restricted and they'll get all new nutrients when we come off the feet. So if you can tolerate that experience, go for it. Otherwise, if you need to come into a cross-legged seat, go for it. You can still take this moving twist. Both arms overhead. Inhale, Exhale to the right, left hand to the thigh, right hand gently behind you. Inhale up, exhale the other way. So you're just gonna go back and forth with the breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Move on your own, use the breath. Really let it be audible. Breath and energy are basically the same quality in the body. So the best way to activate or move stuck energy is by breathing intentionally. Inhale through the nose, audible through the mouth. Really audible both. A couple more times. Last round. Both arms up. Turn the palms out, press the airway. It's almost like you can feel the energy bubble that you have created around your body. Come off your ankles, let your seat come to the mat, and legs will come out in front of you. So we'll come into a still forward folding pose. If you need to find a blanket or roll over your mat a couple times so that your seat is lifted a little bit, if you feel like you're too rounded when you come forward. So set yourself up for forward fold. Flex your toes. And let your legs be like logs. So they're anchoring down, sinking toward the mat. Pressing into heels, pressing into sits bones. Inhale, both arms up, reach up, pull the ribs in, and exhale, hinge. You could stop here, take your hands to your knees, calves, ankles, or maybe the outside edges of the feet. Drawing your nose toward your toes. So this is a flat back forward fold as much as possible, rather than a rounded. Sometimes we take that more soft shape. This is a flat back, hinge from the hips motion. So nose toward toes, toes toward nose. You can let the eyes be closed, let the breath be even. Slowly reach your fingertips forward from wherever you were and come right up. Turn the palms out, again, pressing the airway around the body as the hands come down. Plant your right foot next to your left thigh. Take your arms overhead. Make sure you're even on those sits bones, so if you need the support of a folded blanket, go for it. We're going to fold over the left leg intentionally, keeping the right knee up. Press into that foot, flex your left foot, inhale, and exhale. Fold over your left leg. You could take the knee, calf, ankle, or foot. Press into the foot, the sole of your right foot, and draw your right knee in toward the shoulder. That will require some action on the exterior right hip to pull that knee in. And then really make sure your right rib cage is folding over that left leg. And this is a rounded back. Tuck the chin. Breathe. Soften. Release the eyes, release the jaw. A lot of activity in the beginning of the practice. Now we're going to simmer down a little bit and just let the mind become aware of the shifts in all the layers, really, the physical, the energetic, the mental, the spiritual, all the levels. Reach gently forward, take the arms up, straighten the spine, just sit for a moment. Turn the palms out, float the arms down, and then let the knee come out to the side. Snuggle the sole of your foot into the left thigh, and then turn your torso again toward that left leg, arms overhead, big breath in, and exhale, fold over the extended leg, knee, calf, ankle, or the outside edges of the foot. Press into the heel, press into the sits bone of that left leg, draw your right rib cage down, and breathe. Your forehead can reach for your shin a little bit here, so it's a gentle round. But you can think about your left sits bone moving back as the chest moves gently forward. Even if the forehead is kind of working toward the knee or the shin, we're still drawing the torso forward and hip back. Reaching fingertips past the legs, slowly come up, arms overhead, turn the palms out, press the airway. You created this bubble around the body. And then take your right foot up and over the left leg. Left leg is going to stay extended today. Both sits bones are anchored, hips are square. You're pressing into the sole of your right foot and flexing the left foot. Inhale, both arms up. And as you exhale, you can either hold on to the knee with your left hand, right hand behind the spine, or take your left elbow on the outside of the knee. Press into the floor behind you to lengthen the spine and look over your right shoulder. Anchor through the sole of your right foot and reach through the crown of the head. Every inhale, you get a little taller, and every exhale, you deepen. You could let the breath be audible here for 2 more breaths. Gently unwind and bring the legs out in front of you. And go ahead and you can just kind of shake the legs out a bit. And we'll move to the other side. Stamp your left foot on the mat on the inside of your right thigh. Your knee is pointing up toward the ceiling. Find your sits bones. It's okay if your left sits bone comes up a tiny bit. For a lot of people that will happen. Flex your right foot. Inhale, both arms overhead. Really press into the sole of the foot. This can feel awkward, but it's okay. Inhale, and exhale, maybe hold on to your calf. Maybe hold on to your ankle, or maybe take your fingers to the outside edges of your foot. And just round the back. Tuck the chin in, release the forehead, soften the jaw, use the breath. Coming into stillness is just as important as being in intense movement. We like that contrast because it lets us experience the experience we're not having and how it was and what happened in terms of shifts in the body. If we were constantly moving, we might not notice the shifts, but in stillness, we can notice. And even in intense movement, we can remember stillness, right? And it goes both ways. Reach forward with the fingertips and hinge up, belly pulling in, fingertips overhead, turn the palms out, press the air away, and then let your knee open up onto the mat. Your left sole of your foot is pressing into your right thigh. Flex the right foot. Take your arms overhead, biceps by the ears. Big breath, get nice and tall, pull the belly in. And now turn toward the extended leg and fold. Hands to the knee, the calf, the ankle, or the foot. Now this is a bit of a combination of a long spine and a little bit of a rounded upper neck. As you can let the forehead come toward the shin a little bit, but continually reach the chest forward so the hip moves back. Left rib cage rolls down, so you're turning your heart over your knee more. Slowly reach your fingertips forward. We're going to use those arms, bring them up toward the ears and hinge the torso up. Turn the palms out, press the air away. And then we're going to take the left foot and cross it over the right leg. The right leg is straight. Press into the sole of the left foot. Find the sits bones. They're nice and square. Flex your right foot and anchor down through the heel. Take both arms overhead. Big breath, get tall. And exhale, twist. Hold on to the knee or elbow on the outside of the knee. Left hand behind the spine. Press into the mat to gain some length in the whole torso. And then twist to look over the shoulder. And again, we'll move with a little intentional breath here. Audible breath. Inhale. Exhale, deepen. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. It's like wringing out a rag. Maybe you're twisting a little more deeply into the spine. And then release. Come back to center and legs out in front of you. Scoot your seat up. Knees are bent. Soles of feet on the mat. And we're just going to take a boat pose here, working on our core strength for a moment. Bring your toes to the mat. Hold on to your shins. Lift your chest. So if you've been practicing with me for a bit now, we have worked on this. So maybe you're ready to move on, or maybe you're just staying with this pose here. Toes on the mat, chest lifted. And you can even play with what would happen if you rounded the spine. You would roll over backwards. So it's really nice to feel that contrast, the lift of the chest. Maybe float the toes, holding onto the shins. Maybe this is your new place to be. Lift the chest, find your sits bones anchoring down. Or maybe pull the shins together and release the hands. Point the toes. Chest keeps lifting. You're anchoring through those sits bones. Next step is to straighten the legs. Keep pulling into the center line. Imagine you're holding the air up with the hands. Release from wherever you've chosen and take a slow roll onto your back. Tuck your pubic bone to your belly button, one vertebra at a time. Come on down. And once you find yourself on your back, we're just going to take one last rhythmic breath and movement pattern with our bridge pose. So we'll start without the arms. We'll eventually add the arms. But walk the soles of the feet back toward your hips so that when your arms reach long by your sides, maybe you can touch your own heels with your middle fingers or somewhere close. So that's how close the feet are to the hips. As you begin to inhale, tuck your pubic bone to your belly button and roll up one vertebra at a time until you're full of air at the top of the bridge. Slowly control the breath as you roll down one vertebra at a time. Pause empty at the bottom, and then inhale with control, come up. Exhale. And this is out the mouth, it's audible. Pause empty, and inhale. Pause full, and exhale. Pause empty. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, and then we'll add the arms. Inhale, slowly roll up. Pause. And exhale, slowly roll down. This time, as you start to lift the hips, you're going to lift the arms in the same time. So inhale, arms up overhead. So the top of the pose, when you're holding your breath, has arms long past the head, press into the feet. And then slowly come down, exhale out the mouth, audible, until the hands and hips meet the mat, and pause, empty. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more times. Last time. Pause at the bottom, return to normal rhythm of breath, and walk your feet the width of your mat. And just begin to windshield wiper the knees. Let one fall in, and then the other. And really just let your body start to find kind of a bouncy rhythm. I like to take my arms kind of in the shape of the cactus or the goalpost, just to kind of get them out of the way, plus it's a nice open chest. So go ahead and just find a nice, vigorous rhythm rocking across the low back. And then slowly come to stillness. And cup your knees. So lift your feet off the mat, cup your knees. We're going to make big circles with the hip joints. So bring them close together, and then the knees are going to go in opposite directions to find circles. You're holding onto the knees. The arms kind of control the motion. So they come out wide, and then in toward the chest, and touch, and then nice big circles. And use your fingertips. You know, you're sort of using the arms a little more than you're even using the musculature of the legs for this movement. So you can kind of control the movement with your arms. Maybe 2 more. Working out any stuck energy in the hips. And then with hands still cupping knees, pedal them. And again, use the arms to get this fluid motion in the legs. So seeing if you can release muscle tension in the legs. Sometimes this is more of a challenge than it seems, like it should be. Pedaling the legs forward and back. And then come to stillness. So in the beginning of our practice, we started by shaking the whole body. And maybe you can reflect back on that initial feeling of energy moving in the body. Now we're going to end the practice with the same kind of shaking around. I like to call this temper tantrum pose. So we're going to start just as we did standing. We're going to start with the hands. So just start to shake the hands like rags. Shake them out, shake them out, shake them out. You can go up and down. Shake them, shake them, shake them. Whatever feels good, you know, whatever. It's really important to just tap into how your body wants to move to get the energy all worked out. So shaking, maybe start to move the arms a little bit, maybe head back and forth, rocking on the mat, and then maybe add sort of kicking of the legs or shaking of the feet. And this isn't supposed to look pretty. It's supposed to feel weird and just embrace the weird. Let yourself have a temper tantrum. When was the last time you had a bona fide temper tantrum? And I think we deserve a temper tantrum, right? Shake out the feet, shake out the legs, rock the head. You could even lift the head, move it, move the hips around. Just completely let the body be loose. And imagine all the highways, all the traffic beginning to move. All the balls of yarn unwinding. And this can be more slow. It doesn't have to be super vigorous. It could be more loose movement. Just a little bit longer here. It's okay, let it just move itself through. Maybe moving the head, the jaw, the hips. And then slowly, as it feels right, if you need to keep moving, keep moving. Just let yourself slowly come out of it. As I said, if you need to keep moving a bit more, sometimes when I start doing that, I find there's quite a bit to work out. So I need to stay with it a little longer. When you're ready, just let yourself come on to the mat in stillness and notice again. I can definitely feel some tingly, energetic movement through the body. And then go ahead and take Shavasana. So if you need to support yourself in any way, sometimes it's nice to let the legs come long if that feels okay in your low back. And you can just point and flex the toes. Kind of gives the whole body a little bounce. It's kind of a nice way to kind of shake the body into Shavasana. Let the bubbles rise to the top, just kind of shaking gently like you would like that. Sifting flour or something. And then whenever, however you come to stillness, really embrace it. Letting the face be soft, letting the fingers be soft. So when we get the energy moving, it's really important to be aware of our emotional state. And I'll tell you what I mean. When we really boost and expand and get the energy highways flowing through the body, we are at our most powerful to create our reality, to manifest. So it's important, once we've done this work of raising the energy, getting all that good juicy energy flowing, to be aware of our emotional state. If you find yourself in a negative emotional pattern, check into it. Don't just let yourself kind of fall down that rabbit hole, because as the mind travels down that negative emotional path, then you are literally sending all this good energy into creating that reality. So if you can, over the next few hours of your day, whatever it is you got to move on to next, continually check in with your emotional state. If you are able to put yourself on a positive thought pattern that is creating positive emotions, then let that go. Let that continue to build on itself while we're in this state of manifestation. If you find yourself in a negative thought pattern, draw yourself back, find something to be grateful for, and see if you can shift that thought pattern down a pathway of things that feel good, that are good, that you'd like to have more of. And just see if by the end of the day, you've created some changes or some shifts on any level in your life. That activity that we did with the patting of the body, standing and patting and tapping the face and tapping the skull with the fingertips, is one of my favorite tools to sort of raise the energy level if I'm feeling kind of anxious or depressed or tired. Go through that tapping process twice. Remember to end at the heart, tapping the heart energy out. And don't forget the skull and the face, because those feel really good. So a soft massage. But it has incredible impact on your whole being, the whole experience. You'll find after you use that tool and tap yourself out, sit back down, and I suspect things will be just a little different experience. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles, begin to move the body. Bring your arms long overhead, point your toes and stretch from fingertips to toes. Get really long through the body. Big breath. And then exhale, pull your knees into your chest. Roll over onto your right side. And just pause a moment in gratitude for showing up for yourself today, for being willing to explore expansiveness through this fun practice. And then when you're ready, go ahead and press yourself to a comfortable seat. Your eyes are closed, your palms are pressed at the center of your chest. We'll take a big breath in together. And exhale to bow the forehead toward the fingertips. Slide your thumbs to your forehead and we'll bow together. Namaste. Thank you all for practicing with me today and continuing to practice with me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll unmute the microphone. For those of you who were interested or maybe don't even know about it, I am selling yoga mats.